This is the video walkthrough for 6021 East 135th Street in Garfield Heights, Ohio. As we begin here, the first item to note, which you may be aware of, is the fact that the roof itself is on the, I should say, at the end of its useful life. You can see from this angle here, quite a few shingles are missing. They've begun to cup and curl and crack. I would estimate the roof here to be approximately 30 years old and in need of replacement. As we can see as we walk up the side of the, there are two layers of shingles present. So as I zoom the rake edge, you can see the built up shingles there. Tear off of the roof will be a little bit more involved, but certainly nothing uncommon. Two shingles is allowable. Walk up the driveway here. You can see, just due to the sort of the nature of how the driveway was installed, there's several individual smaller pads. A lot of settlement has occurred, which has created difference in surface levels greater than a ½ inch, which I do note in the report, but overall the driveway is serviceable. The one thing I would recommend is that this joint here between the wall and the driveway itself is sealed. As you'll see as we do the interior walkthrough, there are some kind of residual moisture issues coming inside the base of the wall because of that issue. The home does have a newer electrical meter and also inside a newer electrical panel, which is nicely wired. However, you'll see here these three wires are still the original service conductors for the home. So I will recommend that you have an electrician review this and verify that the home's service amperage is not 60 amps and is adequate for modern living standards. Just a quick overall pan of the home. The home has its older aluminum siding. It's in good shape overall, but you'll see this is a common problem at this corner. The garage is behind us, so cars tend to kind of clip the siding, and you can see the end cap is missing here. So look at the back of the home. And again, as I zoom in on the roof, you see some missing shingles, and you can really see how they're starting to cup. That happens once the shingles have aged and the sun begins to have an effect on it. The chimney has a metal liner present, which is a very nice improvement. However, you'll see there are some brick needs needed here. There really should be a concrete crown at the very top of the brick and some minor tuck pointing repair. Very common for our area of Ohio, as we do kind of get harsh winters here that can take an effect. The AC unit is on the older side. Unfortunately, it's about 34 degrees now, so it's too cold for me to run this unit. You'll see that's noted in the report. The best we could do is that you inquire with the seller about its function or any known issues. Look at the lot here, wood fence, which is in good condition, and it has a detached garage with electrical. There is no overhead garage door present. Before we head in though, I did want to show you some chipping of the concrete and also some settlement around your catch basin with the damaged clay crack there. The garage roof is in good shape. It looks like it's been recently replaced. You see all these ceiling joists have also been replaced. And overall, just kind of a typical older garage structure. There is power here, and as with the home, it has ground fault protection, which is really proper and well done. And one last thing I did want to discuss before we head inside is the windows. You'll see there are newer vinyl replacement windows. I estimate them to be perhaps 12 or 15 years old, but in good shape. And then the glass block windows here in the basement have also been updated. Okay, I'm gonna head inside. We'll start down in the basement and work our way up. Okay, I'm now at the base of the basement stairs as we start the interior walkthrough of the property. I'm gonna look at the unfinished mechanical side first, and this light fixture over here is out, so I'm gonna pull my flashlight out as well. Overall, you know, my findings down here are kind of typical in nature for a home built in this era and of this method of construction. You'll see at the base of the wall here is what's called efflorescence, just signs of moisture. That's coming in from the driveway, as I noted outside. Sealing those, the joint where the driveway meets the foundation wall should really help with that. We see our first of these vertical settling cracks. There's another over here. This one has the largest separation gap, but none of them really are what I would consider to be structural concerns. You can see the top of the wall here is still level. Everything's bearing well on the wall. The wall itself is plumb, meaning you know, not bowed in any manner vertically, which is good. We'll see here that they've added a lot of insulation and even a heating cable to these pipes. So at one point in time, it looked like these pipes froze. So as I wrote in the report, or as I will write in the report, I recommend just getting a little bit more information about that from the seller. And then again, you know, I encourage you to read the whole report. There'll be smaller issues in this area, but nothing too major. The furnace is 2018, so that's newly replaced. That's working well. It's running right now. You probably can hear that on the video. Again, another very common issue we see up here is the asbestos tape on this ductwork. Nothing really needs to happen with it. You see a lot of it, like right here, has what's called mastic, this kind of gray paint over it, which is a really good idea. Others have been duct tape. So things are looking good here. Smaller electrical item, very common. This outlet here is designed for use with the clothes washing machine. It should be ground fault protected. You'll see that noted in the report as well. And we come to the finished side of the basement. You see some damaged floor tiles. I don't really call this out because I'm assuming this floor will be addressed as part of the renovations. Drywall looks to be in good shape. Newer glass block replacement windows down here. Just a quick pan. And then the last item I wanted to discuss was what is a very nicely and professionally wired electrical panel. Very neat. Really like the way this electrician chose to handle this. It is definitely professionally done, and the home has a 100 amp breaker. As I noted outside, there's 3-wire service coming in from the utility pole, so I recommend that you have an electrician confirm that the amperage rating is correct and adequate for the home. And the last bit, these round wires here we see in the middle of the panel are knob and tube. Again, this is something that's commonly seen in homes of this age, really almost in every one that I do. And what we look for when we see that is that the panel's been upgraded and the outlets are configured properly, which will be discussed as I walk through the upstairs of the home. So with that said, that's where we're going to head now. I'm going to shut the video off and restart when I get to the upper level. I'm now at the top of the side steps off the side entry door. As you see, it opens into the kitchen. We have laminate cabinets, older laminate countertops and older cabinets. There is ground fault protection on your outlets, which is proper and what you want to see. Here's an interior view of the vinyl replacement windows. They're just a little dirty, in good condition though. The home does have an electric range and refrigerator. There's 2 bedrooms on this level of the home. So we come to the bathroom. You'll see The original tub appears to be encased in fiberglass with a fiberglass surround. Perhaps just some minor caulking needs there at the tub. Mostly a cosmetic issue, but you see the drywall back here has kind of been sloppily cut around the plumbing. Really should be improved. There's 2 bedrooms on this level. The original hardwood floors are solid. They're just kind of cosmetic, but they, I would imagine, can be nicely resurfaced. We see here, not only is the outlet painted, but this is a 3-prong outlet, which really should be a 2-prong. There are a number of 2-prong outlets throughout the home, but with the knob and tube wiring, it is an ungrounded electrical conductor. So it's not proper to have a 3-prong outlet in place there. You'll see that's noted in the report. The front bedroom. And the carpeted living room. Looks like newer carpeting. And you see this room here does have 2-prong outlets. However, they've been painted and they are older. They really should be updated for a minimal expense. And then we're going to head to the upstairs. You can tell it looks like there was carpeting here that was removed. You can see this area has been converted to finished living space. Storage closet. These tiles here, oftentimes we see problematic tiles, but these appear to be linoleum and not problematic, as in asbestos containing. The same with this room of the home. And in this room here, there are a lot of what should be considered cosmetic drywall issues. Here's an example. So I don't note this in the report because it is cosmetic and mostly just poor workmanship. But I did want to just point that out as we are doing the walkthrough here. And with that, just please review the report and feel free to let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.